Alright, we're going to do a video here for you guys on how to strip a dura on a truck. I don't recommend it, but it definitely can be done, and we do it quite often because either A, we don't have the means around to strip, to take the rim off, or the places where we're at or trucks we're working on, we don't have the time. So he's running a 3500 RPM DeWalt grinder. He's got it turned down to 1800 with a blue buff blend wheel on, and I'll leave a link down below where you can get that wheel at. If you go to GoShineOn.com, use promo code Nebraska, you can get a discount on it. And right now he's going to work all the way around them lugs and really fan it out. So you're fanning out on top, on the top part of the lugs as well. And the reason you do that is when you start running on the outside, which you'll see if you don't fan it out like he is right there on top, you're going to run into some issues of leaving stuff behind. And he's just going to keep working around all them lugs. And it's pretty tough to miss anything. You're going to be able to see exactly where you went. Now, am I saying is it impossible to leave anything behind? Maybe little specks you'll see. And if you're leaving huge chunks behind, you're not paying attention like you should. Or maybe the lighting's really poor where you're at, because that Dura will show up in the light real shiny compared to the rest of the rim. The rest of the rim should be real dull, and anything left behind should show up in the light and be fairly shiny. And also too, we do have the truck jacked up so he can control the wheel by spinning it with his feet. Mostly with your left foot is the easiest way to do it. And now he's going to work on the outside of them lugs, like I was saying prior. That's why I really want to fan it out on top. I know it seems like you're going over that area twice, but trust me, it'll help you not to miss anything. And you don't want to run the rim very fast at all. Nice and easy and slow. That way you're really sanding down in that area. And the pressure wise that you're going to be using while pushing on the grinder is not very much. You can really let the wheel do all the work, which is nice. It really chews away at that. And I'm sure people will ask what grit that wheel is. I think they technically call it 220, something right in there. I can't tell you exactly, And we'll also, I'm sure someone will comment and say, well, my polisher, or I use aircraft stripper to strip mine, and that works great. It might work for you, but I just don't think aircraft stripper gets down deep enough into the pores to get a lot of that that Dura out. It's embedded down in there very, very good. And after you do this process, you're definitely going to have to sand, because there will be a lot of harsh marks that wheel leaves behind. And right here, he's going to go right around the holes. And make sure you get close to the edge on the bottom, the sides, and the top of them holes. That's a good place where you can leave stuff behind. And then you're going to have to go back over it, which isn't terrible, but it's never any fun. Like I said prior, after you do this process, you are going to have to sand. And we recommend using 320 all the way up to 600 to finish with on your 5-inch palm sander. And we recommend using a Makita palm sander. It is by far the best that we've found for a good tight spiral pattern. And that is huge. So if you're having issues leaving, and that's going to be in another video on sand and stuff, if you're leaving pigtails behind real bad, 9 times out of 10 it's your sander. And if you do have a good sander, then it's possibly their sanders wore out, or you're using really, really cheap, crappy sandpaper. Here, after we did this video and he caught this because we were kind of rushed. You should definitely scrape them stickers off with a razor blade before you do this. Otherwise, it just takes time to. Right there's a good different shot on your difference. See how you can really see the difference in there? So it's hard to miss. But you should definitely scrape that sticker off and use some brake cleaner to get the residue off. Otherwise, it's a little time consuming trying to burn through it and everything else. But like I said, this video is kind of quick thought up, and actually we're recording audio, we thought, but we didn't pick any audio up, so I'm doing a voiceover on this. And he's just going to work all the way around all them holes nice and slow, making sure he's getting close to them. That way, after, if he doesn't wipe it off, and we usually always like to do a inspection, wipe the dust off, spin it in the light, because that Dura-Brite will show up, brighter than the rest. It'll look shiny, and that way if you miss anything. And now he's running that outside ring. And then right after this, he's gonna sand her 320, 400, 600. And like I said, I'll leave all the information down below, to go to GoShineOn.com, use promo code Nebraska. And definitely, guys, make sure you like, comment, and turn on the notifications. Definitely subscribe as well. And if you disagree with this, dislike the video and leave me a comment why you don't think it's a good video or it helped you out in any way. And we'll be doing other videos on sanding and tanks and everything else. But this is just how to strip a Dura-Brite and why it's on the truck if you have to do it that way. Because it can be done. So can a drive as well. And there you go. Fairly simple.